All right. Y'all know what time it is. Hope y'all like the new logo and the new name. So, the Taz Effect, your daily news in a way you didn't know you could use. And boy, do we have a lot to get into today. And hey, Substack, it's been a while since we've seen you. I know we don't have all the graphics over there like we used to yet, but just we'll get there in a couple days. Let's be patient. And hey, YouTube, glad to see you all back on the daily. So remember, if you miss any parts of this, the replay will be instant on YouTube and on Substack. And if you're not subscribed on Substack to your girl, that's anti-Taz, and we don't do that here. But let's jump right in. Uh, did Cash Patel say that he wasn't sure if Trump's name were in the Epstein Maxwell files? He did. Did he, when asked, was Trump implicated in the files? Did he say no? Yes, he did. Was this a bold-faced lie in front of Congress? Absolutely. Let's not forget, because Tazzy Farm always remembers, just a few weeks ago, remember, Bongino and Patel were ready to quit the FBI as the one and the two because they were very vocal and very boisterous at the DOJ and the FBI arguing with Pam Bondi. Cash Patel rung the alarm about a good number of the Epstein/Maxwell files being in burn bags in the basement of the FBI, in the basement. Now, all of a sudden, he done did a flip. Now, I don't know if he's scared shitless because he looked scared at that first presser that he went to regarding the whole Kirk case, or if he realized that the conspiracy theories that got him to the position that he's in, maybe there was a little bit too much truth to what he uncovered. Also, out of the realm of how the fuck did this get on my 2025 bingo card, the pastor of Charlie Kirk issued a warning to Candace Owens, telling Candace Owens not to Charlie Kirk. What do I mean by that? Oh, don't spin conspiracy theories. Don't haunt the Kirk family with your conspiracy theories. Candace Owens, I don't think she's haunting anybody. Candace Owens seems to be the only person on this planet that actually cared about Charlie Kirk. And no, don't tell me about his children. They are minors, so I'm not discussing them. But everybody else is politicizing his death, is utilizing his death as a weapon for political gain, for financial gain. Candace Owens had more pictures, more footage, more memories than his damn wife did. Candace Owens actually shed tears. She is really concerned. Like, she wants to get to the bottom of this. And just like other MAGA pundits that have come out, they're like, the math isn't mathing with the information that we have thus far. And they're not wrong. Everything is contradicting itself. Nothing is cohesive. The narratives keep changing. And they're hoping we don't realize it. And they're dumping all of this information out to taint the jury pool. But the problem is they don't even understand what's going on. And they're going to mess around and get a jury full of groypers. They're in Utah. Utah out here still trying to blow stuff up and still hanging folks. And just so you know, the death penalty in Utah, they still use the firing squad. I'm surprised they're not all still riding around in horse and buggies and still churning their own butter. Well, churning butter now in Utah means something else. It's their way of having sex but not having sex. Which I would say, Utah, are you okay? But y'all are not. Like, let me explain something to y'all, okay? It does not matter. Okay? What organ? If you take one sexual organ and stick it inside another sexual organ, you're no longer a virgin. And just because you don't pump in and out, and okay, butter churning, or some people call it sucking. This the lady, this the boy. Boy do like this and not move. Girl just move, and they go, I'm still a virgin. That doesn't count. The fuck it don't. The fuck it don't. And just so y'all know, doing butt stuff, you're not a virgin no more. Because if that's the case, every gay man on the planet can say they a virgin till the day they die. Just saying. Let's get into the other headlines of the day. Coming from the Associated Press, Trump wouldn't call Minnesota governor after Democrat was slain, but now blames him for raised flags. Charlie Kirk is not in here. President Donald Trump said Monday that he would have offered flags lowered to half staff following the assassination of a Minnesota Democratic state lawmaker this summer had he been asked by the state's governor. Who the fuck asked him to lower shit for Charlie Kirk? He knew that the flag should have been at half staff because the lawmaker, her husband, and their dog laid in state. Because her dog was the first dog to lay in state.
That's crazy.
Trump is so full of shit. But Trump, at the time, refused to even call Democratic Governor Tim Walz to express his condolences, saying it would only waste time. Because Trump doesn't like Tim Walz. Tim Walz is everything that Trump wants to be. Charismatic. He has friends. His family likes him. His wife has orgasms. Y'all was thinking it. I just said it. The president made the remark during an unrelated Oval Office event as he defended his decision to lower U.S. flags after last week's slaying. Bet y'all finally getting the wording right. I'm proud of y'all. Of conservative activist Charlie Kirk. Conservative grifter. Stop calling them activists, because the only thing they're activating is people's blood pressure and other people's debit cards. They are grifters. Our live studio audience. I'm trying to stay so focused. Say hello, live studio audience.
Hello, live studio audience.
After announcing that he was deploying the National Guard to Memphis, and Memphis said, come on, they done stole 2 tanks that said that the National Guard can get into one of the most infamous / famous strip clubs in Memphis. They was like, you know what, y'all can get in free. They got to have them men's, women's, and non-binary folks sprung, okay? They gonna be like, I'm in love with a stripper. Leave Memphis alone. And don't be like Memphis, Tennessee. No, there's Tennessee and then there's Memphis, okay?
Yes, Illinois.
Memphis is a whole... No, okay? If you ain't about that life, go through Memphis. Don't stop. Treat Memphis like an all downtown, okay? If you can't hang, don't go there and slang. Don't do it. Trump was asked why he signed an order lowering flags nationwide after Kirk's killing during an event in Utah, but didn't do so after former Democratic State House Speaker Melissa Hortman and her husband were shot and killed in June, and their dog. Let's not forget the dog, okay?
Can't forget the dog.
Trump replied, well, if the governor had asked me to do that, I would have done that. But the governor of Minnesota didn't ask me, the president said. You're the fucking president. Seems like you're the president of preschool, but hey.
He thinks he can send the National Guard in where he wants to.
Exactly. He continued, I wouldn't have thought of that, but I would have if somebody had asked me. You wouldn't have thought to honor an actual slain politician, but you... And here's the thing, he doesn't give a damn about Kirk, because when asked follow-up questions about the death of Kirk, he started talking about the ballroom. He thought that this would shift the conversation from the Epstein files. And like I said, guess who was asked about the Epstein Maxwell files today and yesterday on Capitol Hill? It's not going away. It's not dying. It's not going anywhere. Like, you can kill 20 other people. The rest of us don't give a damn. You taking the trash out for us and putting it in the incinerator. Oh, and they're still acting like Kirk is some great martyr, and they're going to televise his funeral on Sunday. Your wife already put on a show, Charlie. Don't nobody give a fuck after this. After all of that, don't nobody care. Don't nobody care. And once again, I said this yesterday, I'm gonna say it again. Because there are people that are just seeing my black face and hearing Charlie Kirk and mass reporting my videos, and I'm catching CGVs back to back. You're not even listening to what I'm saying, but also you are eliminating Charlie Kirk's legacy. You are about to flip-flop his legacy and erase and make everything he worked for naught. You're saying, oh, it's just words. It's freedom of speech. Why are your feelings so hurt? And now that other people are expressing and using their freedom of speech, you're trying to stifle them. You're painting him in a way that he didn't want to. You all are associating him with people that he vocalized he has disdain for and zero respect. You all, you Charlie Kirk fans, you are disrespecting him. You are erasing what he built. You're going to make Charlie Kirk the next Wheatley family. And what do I mean by that? I want you to think for a minute. Really ponder on this. What do you know about the Wheatley family outside of Phyllis Wheatley? Yes, the poet, the author, the former slave. What do you know about the Wheatley family other than Phyllis Wheatley? Because the Wheatley family forgot one thing. They forgot to make sure people would properly preserve their legacy, what they paid for and what they built. They don't even get credit for taking her over to the UK to get her published for the first time. That's what y'all were going to do. No one in a year or two is going to remember Charlie Kirk, and we have the internet now. They're not going to care. They're not going to look it up. Turning Point USA is going to get a whole new name. It's no longer going to be a collegiate organization. It's going to be all pro-white woman. And there'll be a small blurb in honor of my late husband, Charlie. As Erica has a new husband and everything has a new mission.
Erica looked like a Hitler's wet train.
She is. She's the Nazi Ava Braun. Now, for everybody who thinks that y'all only care about the right, you only want to prosecute the right. Stop saying that shit in any of my comment section, because wrong is wrong, okay? A criminal gets to go to jail when it comes to me. So, retired 4-star Navy admiral sentenced to 6 years in prison for bribery plot. There seems to be a whole lot of bribery going on in the past couple of years, okay? On Capitol Hill, in state houses, assemblymen, mayors on the East Coast, and now the Navy. A retired 4-star U.S. Navy admiral was sentenced on Tuesday to 6 years in prison for his conviction on corruption charges that he agreed to exchange a military contract for a lucrative post-retirement job.
That he was white.
Oh, of course he's white. Retired Admiral Robert P. Burke, once the second highest uniformed officer in the Navy, was commanding its forces in Europe and Africa when he engaged in a bribery plot with 2 business executives, according to federal prosecutors. Here's the thing. This is how you know that there are white people, not Anglo-Saxons, white people that know that they're mediocre. How are you the second highest uniformed officer in the Navy? And you think the only way that after you retire from the Navy for you to be able to get a lucrative position is to engage in bribery, backdoor deal. So you're telling all of us you were the DEI hire. You didn't earn your way there. So you don't even believe in the skill set that it took to become the second highest, remember, second highest uniformed officer.
I mean, let's be honest, it was probably a really lucrative deal. Really lucrative.
Yeah, but he should have been able to earn it, but he didn't.
Yeah, okay. He white.
I know he white. I know he didn't earn it. A jury convicted Burke of 4 counts, including conspiracy and accepting a bribe, after a trial in May. A separate trial for Burke's 2 co-defendants, Next Jump's co-CEOs, Young Shul Charlie Kim and Megan Messenger, ended with a hung jury and a mistrial last Thursday. Let me guess. Megan cried. Megan cried.
The tears of white women.
Burke, 63, declined to address the court before U.S. District Judge Trevor McFadden in Washington, D.C. sentenced him. This was blatantly unlawful, as you well knew, the judge told him, but you did it anyway. The judge told Burke that he betrayed the public's trust and his own oath of office. And once again, that shows you the Anglo audacity of white men, especially the racist one, the non-deconstructing, practicing white men.
Trevor McFadden, that's a great name.
Because it is. Because you're before the court and you still don't want to address like you are so deluded in your mind. You don't even want to address the court so that maybe you can get a lesser sentence. No, you just don't sit up there with attitude like, I can't believe they actually did this. I can't believe they actually held me accountable. The two minorities that wanted to pay me, they're getting off. Yeah, because you got into bed with a minority and a white woman. Bitch, you was going down.
Hey, Josh, what's going on?
What did Young Jock teach us?
Meet me at the club is going down.
Remember, ever since white people started getting into black clubs, they stopped calling it dance clubs. They just started calling it club.
They did.
Y'all ain't got no rhythm. You ain't got no rhythm. I got rhythm to never mind. Y'all act like the rhythm is gonna get you. Like it's a nightmare. Like it's the nightmare on Rhythm Street.
Yeah, I know it's gonna get you trapped, but meet me at the club.
Okay. Now, everybody losing their job, losing scholarships, losing positions at schools because they're not having a bleeding heart for Charlie Kirk, who had a bleeding heart for nobody. And Charlie Kirk was touted as being a free speech advocate. And people keep saying he was a free speech advocate. But anywho, so Brian Kilmeade was like, hey, mentally ill homeless people should be executed. Did he lose his job?
Nope.
This is what happened. Fox News' Brian Kilmeade apologizes for saying mentally ill homeless people should be executed. The irony is he looks like a mentally ill homeless person.
Yikes.
Fox News Channel host Brian Kilmeade apologized on Sunday for advocating for the execution of mentally ill homeless people in a discussion on the network last week, saying his remark was extremely callous. It was fucking wrong. It was rude. It was disrespectful. That's what it was.
It's more than callous.
That's not a callus. A callus, you can go down to the nail salon or go to the spa and get removed. A callus is a minor inconvenience. A callus can be fixed.
He pulled the North Millennium.
He did, sure. Kilmeade's initial comment came after a Fox and Friends episode Wednesday. So he said it Wednesday, did not apologize till Sunday. But a motherfucker can say, hey, I don't condone what happened to Charlie Kirk, but I don't feel bad for him. And they're out of a job by that afternoon. But racism ain't a thing, right? Oh, and Jamie Lee Curtis, you calling Charlie Kirk Charlie Christ and sitting there saying that you agree with most of what he said, but then trying to backtrack when you saw the reaction that you got, saying that he did say some egregious, outlandish shit.
I'm sorry, who said that?
You go suck Urkel's dick. This is why that's the only autograph you ever asked for. Because Jaleel White don't want to be black. If his last name could be true, he would make it so. Let that be the only black person you were ever around. This whole Charlie Kirk thing is letting us know how many of y'all fake it to keep a job because you know racism is wrong and egregious. And you're taking this opportunity right now to eliminate the voices that would rally against you and hold you accountable. But you think that if you make everybody broke, that that's what's going to stop. Bitches, people were broke during the civil rights era, okay? We were not paid during chattel slavery. We were paid piss poorly, well below what we were paid now during Jim Crow. And you know what? We still did fought for our motherfucking humanity, fought for our rights and the rights of other people. So Jamie Lee Curtis, you and the cobwebs that have taken over your Cuda biscuit, We'll have several seats in the fucking corner. We don't want to hear an apology. We don't want to hear about a misunderstanding. I don't want to hear about shit. The only thing I want to hear from you is when you finally come out the closet and tell your truth and tell us you a butch queen. Because it's giving very much butch, MAGA, conservative, U-Haul wench. Kilme's initial comment came on Fox and Friends episode Wednesday and began getting widespread circulation online over the weekend. It didn't take till over the weekend. We knew about it Thursday morning. Kilmeade, a host of the morning show, was talking with co-hosts Lawrence Jones and Ainsley Earhart about the August 22nd stabbing murder of Irina Zaruska on a light rail train in Charlotte, North Carolina. A homeless and mentally ill man, DeCarlos Brown Jr., was arrested for murder, and the case received extensive attention on Fox following the release of security video of the stabbing. Here's the thing. It's amazing how white folks never want to be lumped together, but racist white folks have the same playbook, go through the same shit, do the same thing, have a hive mentality, and work together. But also, let me say something. Let me say something. What did the Ukrainian girl do to get stabbed? If you know why I'm asking this question. What'd she do? Because any black or brown person, you know that, especially if they're in an interracial relationship and they have not deconstructed, they come in with attitude, looking you up and down. We know that there are white women who exist who just want either the attention of a black or brown man or to get under the skin of a black or brown woman. The fuck did she do? Because if she rode the train every single day, she didn't make a single friend on there that was willing to step up to help her, where security footage would have exonerated them. What do they always tell us? What did they do? Yeah, all he had to do was just apologize. Just apologize. So just so y'all know, there is a collection of young white activists who have been taking folks, companies, etc., to court over climate change. Okay? They have won quite a few landmark cases, and now they're challenging Trump's orders, and they're going to be doing so through the courts. Why do I bring this up? This collection of young activists, many of which are still in high school, are all white. Oh, when you do white on white crime the right way. Okay? Because some of these people were never Trumpers and were like, you know what? His approval ratings are shrinking. People want to redeem themselves and get away, distance themselves. This is my time to get in there and make some good trouble, okay? And other people are like, whoa, wait a minute. You promised us Germany 2.0 from the 1940s. You ain't marking these motherfuckers. Can't nobody tell the difference between them and me. Where's all the perks I was supposed to be getting? Okay? Yeah, you took shit from everybody. No, he was really about to have concentration camp, so I could laugh and so I could finally get Becky's car and Gertrude's house over there. But I'm stuck. I'm stuck in the poverty. So now the whites, they done put themselves through the wash cycle, and they done included bleach this time. Okay, they done actually cleaned themselves, and they like, we going outside. We going outside to whoop some ass. Okay, they're channeling every bit of their Karen and Richardness. Okay, they want to speak to every manager, and they want to speak to the manager's manager, and the manager's manager's manager. And if they don't like what they said, they're going to a whole other store to talk to them managers. Like, could you talk to corporate and tell corporate to go buy that other corporate? Because we sick of that shit. We don't even want to see them in the parking lot. Okay, do you know how fucked up things got to be for white people to stop protecting whiteness? Because one thing for certain, two things for sure. Upon birth, non-deconstructing white folks that have been raised by non-deconstructing white folks, they have been indubitably taught how to protect whiteness. And white women, a white woman, has been taught how to weaponize her tears. And when they're like, fuck all of that, I'm using this against you, partner. Ooh, a change gonna come. A change gonna come.
A change gonna come.
What? You know what?
Oh, yes, it
I'm getting you cue cards, studio audience. Just be out here.
My bad.
Who's selling the records?
I'm just here to make sure the record's set. I'm gonna break some kneecaps if they don't. Hey, Star. I'm the co-host on the news today.
You know, this is why everywhere we go, people want to hang out with us. Side note, 2 cashiers want to hang out with us yesterday at Walmart. I couldn't tell if they was legal or not because they work at Walmart. So I just kept it, hey, how you doing? And just kept, I can't even tell. People that work at Walmart, they either look 87 and they really 20, or they look 26 and they really 16. I don't know. So I just, hey, and keep it moving. Yet, yeah.
You know, ain't nobody come to see Otis, right? This man, damn.
Yeah, it's just like Otis. What? I mean, they still Otis now because he the only one left.
Yeah, technically, I don't want to be the only one left.
Well,
hey,
I would say I would be here longer than you because I'm younger, but we know that I am extremely accident prone.
Somebody wrap on bubble wrap, please.
Because I'm still laughing about the time I bounced twice when I fell.
Anyway.
Okay, now you know. Trying to keep us on track, whatever. Okay, they know how the whole lie, the narrative behind why we had to have Gestapo-esque immigration policies was that immigrants are just so violent and bringing so much crime. Hey, here's this. After rescinding protections, ICE is moving to deport more immigrants who were victims of crime. Because who is easier to target? Who is easier to commit a crime against and get away with it? Yeah, it's easier to target an immigrant and commit a crime against an immigrant and get away with it. Because one, especially if you're white, nobody's going to take their word for it. Yeah. So, out of Muscatine, Iowa, I hope I said that right. If I didn't, well, it's Iowa. Like, Iowa, be happy we talking about y'all.
I mean, really.
I mean no disrespect, but how often do y'all really make the news? Like
caucuses.
Outside of caucuses and a college football game here and there. Like just roll with it, okay? Days after an assailant's bullet tore through 2 of his limbs, Felipe de Jesus Hernandez Marcelo hobbled out of the hospital on crutches. Damn, they ain't let you know what? It's the United States.
I just want to know which 2 limbs. What the fuck? Anyway, go ahead.
I don't. Well, it said he hobbled, so I'm thinking both his legs. Hernandez had nearly died in the early morning of June 21st on the longest day of the year. They did that to you, my brother in Christ. I hear there's an Etsy witch that delivers. You want to send her a couple dollars and get your get back? Make sure it's the same one that Jezebel magazine hired in regards to Charlie Kirk. Yeah, speaking of which, y'all going after everybody but the heifer that paid a Etsy witch to hex Charlie Kirk, and then Charlie Kirk ended up dead. You all coming after all of us, but not that person who, after he died, didn't even take the article down. Just added a caption going, "I don't condone death, but my article gonna stay up." The fuck?
Would you go after somebody who ex somebody? Never. But I mean,
like, you do realize eventually she could put y'all that's getting everybody fired on that list and send the list to the same Etsy witch. Stop. It seems like she is out here doing the good work to protect us, the public.
She's doing the Lord's work.
She's doing the Lord's work. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Show them non-believers.
Yes, Missy, they got their money for
it. Sure did. Okay, back to the article. A troubled young man shot him during an attempted robbery in Muscatine, Iowa. Damn, Iowa, you making the news because of a botched robbery?
Why would somebody with that long ass name in the South Hispanic be in Iowa? Anyway, go ahead.
I got a long ass name, and we know the places I've ended up in. Don't ask no questions, okay? You just we can be directionally challenged as immigrants. Okay, that's how we ended up here in the United States. This ain't even where we was trying to go. I guess we got a little bit of a recessive Columbus gene or something. I don't fucking know. A quick emergency response saved his life, but the shooting left the 28-year-old father wounded where a bullet traveled through his arm and leg. There, that's the two limbs. Oh, he got killed. That's why he got there.
How?
Maybe he was.
How did he go through his arm? His arm that long was legs that short.
Or he was, maybe it didn't go like up here, maybe it went down and then I don't know. You instituted, first of all, you're gonna have me sitting here for 67 business days trying to figure this out. We're not doing that. Police had seized the car Hernandez was driving when he was shot, and the $462 in cash it contained is evident. Wait a damn, you know what? You know, Hernandez, if you see this, if y'all know Hernandez, send this to him, okay? Hernandez, come here. Come here, Poppy. Come here.
Ask him to borrow $462.
You fought over $462. I understand. Commendable, especially in this economy. But you got lifelong issues over $462. Take like $20. Go over to Etsy. Just like this, Charlie Kirk Witch. Get your lick back. As a matter of fact, follow me, okay? Because there's a list of voodoo priestesses that I could give you.
One bullet went through his leg and his arm. No, wait for this. No, I'm not going back.
If you're on TikTok, I don't know how much she charged. I don't know how much she charged. But DM voodoo back. $400. What Thomas say there'd be some misunderstandings in front of you? I would flip everything over like Jesus in the temple. Are you?
Nope. $462.
I mean, I was born, okay, disabled for life. I get that. But if you're going to compound my disabilities for less than...
So what you saying, Jay? He was a little person?
That, or he could have been on the ground, like, and got shot. Like, if he balled himself up, like, trying to protect the money. No, wait a minute. He was in the car, so that makes sense. If you're driving, it can go through your arm and through your leg. Because they took the car and the money, so he was in the car. So he got... Wait a minute. I said, Hernandez, don't contact. You ready to drive off, okay? I need y'all to start using your smart compartments. If you're in the car and somebody comes up, give me your shit, drive. And don't go, somebody was crossing the street. They should have been knees to chest, motherfucker, knees to chest. If there's a car, ram the car, back it up. You are
That's like
hit the bitch. Run over.
That's like a woman getting slapped by a guy in a wheelchair. Lean over.
Yeah, I will never understand the girl that got on the internet crying out and then got mad when we're like, why do you keep leaning over so he can hit you? Lock his shit. Put a bike chain on his wheels and just leave the house. But now they're trying to deport him.
He was a victim. It's some bullshit.
You know what? Go. Now that we found out about Groypers and the whole, I feel like such a failure as a man. I'm going to live as a woman, but not as a trans woman. And I'm going to take one for the team so my fellow incels can practice on me. Once again, stop calling yourself an incel if you regularly getting it in. Okay? Boochie cat is boochie cat is boochie cat. You still ain't a virgin. You done penetrated something. Okay? Go give Trump that experience. Okay? He's a red pill incel Groyper too. Go groip him. Okay? He said that y'all could grab him by the undercarriage. Y'all millionaires now. He said if you're rich and you're famous, you could just so go and bend him over. Do the bending. Do the bending.
Quick question. Would that make them involuntary transsexual or involuntary?
That's voluntary.
Oh, okay, never mind.
It makes them involuntarily miserable because they won't live their truth. They won't live their truth, and they keep voting against their truth. which I will never understand. Now, if you all remember, if you've been following this show for a while through its many name iterations, I think this is going to be the last name iteration. Also, please let me know what you think. Not here on Substack. Sorry, Substack, you won't be able to see it for the next couple days, but I'm gonna get it over there. Actually, I'll post it just in a note when we get done here. But YouTube, TikTok, what do you think of the new logo?
It's decent. It's decent. I mean, it's good. Yeah. I'm gonna have to get you up on Chicago lingo. Stop staring at me like that. I can see you on my screen. Nightbird said he needs glasses.
Okay. You know what?
I will not.
I had to consider, do I want to be locked up in Cook County? And I said no. And I do love you. And I ain't leaving the house by myself. So, all right. Now, if y'all remember, I told y'all that down in Georgia, the GOP was now splitting. You had there was a leg of the Republican Party that wanted nothing to do with MAGA that kind of created their own branch of the GOP. Well, Republican Brad Raffensperger to run for Georgia governor after defying Trump over 2020 election. Georgia's Brad Raffensperger, the Republican Secretary of State who rejected Donald Trump's call to help overturn the state's 2020 election results, said Wednesday that he's running for governor in 2026. The wealthy engineering entrepreneur might appeal most to business-oriented Republicans who once dominated GOP primaries in Georgia, but he's pledging a strongly conservative campaign even while he remains scorned by Trump and his allies. Raffensperger's entry into the field intensifies the primary in a state with an unbroken line of Republican governors since 2002. Now, why do I bring this up? Because OG Republicans, the true conservative Republicans, are sick and tired of Trump. They didn't want Trump in the first place, and they've separated. The Republicans right now on Capitol Hill, especially the MAGA Republicans, the ultra MAGA Republicans, they're so focused on fighting the Democrats. They're not focusing on people who want to go back to just being Republican and not MAGA. And those are the people that are going to come in. They're going to be bipartisan. They're going to go back to that pre-Reagan, let's be about the people, let's reduce government type of thing, and let's be more fiscally conservative and responsible, and let's get things back on track. It's going to be fellow Republicans that will be the downfall of MAGA. Everybody keeps looking to the Democrats. No, aka Cory Booker, shut the fuck up. Okay? I don't need no more historic speeches. I don't need no more fucking sound bites, because that's all you got is sound bites. Okay? To me, you are no different than sweet and low MAGA. Shut the fuck up. Stop talking. Okay? I need your beigeness to fade into the background. Okay? Match the walls at the Capitol House. Okay? Shut up. All of this posturing, no. Nobody wants you on a ballot. Nobody's voting for you. You can't even do what we need you to do on Capitol Hill. You think we're going to trust you in the West Wing? No, I wouldn't trust you with a bucket of wings right now. And Hakeem Jeffries, don't you come up from the back of the class either, okay? When you get your lips off Nancy Pelosi's ass and stop letting her use you like you Elmo, and she elbow deep up your booch cat hole, then fine. I don't want you in the West Wing either. You are useless because Nancy is retiring. So she ain't going to be there to tell you what the fuck to do. And you ain't figured out what your political motivation and plans are. So stop.
You leave Hakeem alone.
Hakeem needs to leave us alone. I'm going out of his group chat too. Shit. So yeah. While everybody's focusing on Democrat versus Republican, y'all need to figure out which of the Republicans is about to take down the Republican Party. Oh yeah, I saw the pitiful spat that he had with Patel because he was worried about having a soundbite and looking tough. He gets on my nerves. I wanted to piece him to the chin. I really did. He works my nerves. Oh yeah, absolutely. Absolutely not. But no.
Yeah, shit.
But that is our news for today. We are all up to. Hold on, let me make sure. Sometimes somebody will send me something. Okay. So the CDC meeting started back up. Just went on. Susan Monterez just continued to say what she's been saying. That yep, everything else is up to speed. For anything that you think that we didn't cover here, it's because more than likely I've already covered it on TikTok or on YouTube. So what the hell?
Why ain't get a nice?
What the hell? Okay, there is a story I just got regarding Stephen Miller, but there is a video attached to it. So I will take that and I will post it as soon as we wrap here. Like I said, if you're watching over on Substack, the logo I will put over there. Y'all feel free to let me know what you think about it. And I gotta what kind of glasses? Because the hat goes. I'll figure it out.
Yes, we'll figure it out.
What do you mean we? Oh,
See,
aren't you dancing with the new spectacle?
Yes, I am.
Oh, they kind of match a pair that I have. Look at us, 20.
Okay.
All right. Oh, sorry. My bad. Forgot I was recording. All right. Thank you.
All right.
For joining, I guess, us today on the Taz Effect, the daily news in a way you didn't know you could use. Make sure you tell a friend, bring them back. If you missed any part of it, like I said, you can watch immediately on YouTube. When this ends in about 20 minutes, it should upload on Substack. You can watch from the beginning. As always, highlights will be posted to TikTok and YouTube later on today. But as always, each one teach one, each one reach one. Go out and get into some good trouble. But remember, nothing that requires bail in this economy. All right.
Video.
Yeah. And do not forget that tonight at 8:30 Eastern. No, I'm sorry. At 8:30 Central, 9:30 Eastern, we will be trying to finish out Chapter 4 of Savage. Is it Savage anymore? No.
It's something I don't know.
Oh. Okay, once again, thank y'all for joining. Y'all go. Be blessed. Be good.